Welcome to Owen Allen Media. Spanish Town in shambles. St. Catherine, Jamaica has plunged into turmoil following the death of Thickman, the reputed leader of the One Other gang. So from curfews to roadblocks and the threat of violence disrupting people's daily lives. So we're going to talk about everything that has been happening in St. Catherine. Now, if you're new to the channel, welcome and make sure to subscribe to get all our latest videos. Now, to stop further violence, authorities have imposed a strict curfew on Ellerslie Pen and Towers Meadows, two hotspots of activity in Spanish Town. The curfew is set to expire at 6 o'clock p.m. on Friday. It restricts residents to their homes unless explicitly authorized by the ground commander. Now, this perimeter of control includes key areas north from Spanish Town bypass roundabout to William Street east, alongside William Street to French Street south, from French Street to Oxford Road, and west returning to the roundabout via Oxford Road. The restrictions and the precautions that the authorities have to take is just showing you the dire situation, you know what I mean, with heightened security measures in place. Residents must navigate a new reality right now in Spanish Town, limited movement and heightened surveillance in the areas. Now, even public transport has been severely impacted. The JUTC announced significant changes to its Spanish Town and 6 Mile routes. That's what they have to do to protect staff, commuters, and assets. Buses now terminate at the Sagicor LOJ Plaza rather than the Spanish Town lay-by. Now, another thing is that roadblocks at 6 Mile have forced route divergence. So basically, buses that would typically traverse through Washington Boulevard and Alfred Street must now merge through Weymouth Drive. Now, these are proper measures the authorities are taking, and it only goes to show you how the normal everyday life is disrupted by Thickman killing. Now, everyone is trying to adapt to the new reality until things cool down when it does. Businesses in Spanish Town are suffering with millions of dollars lost due to closure and restricted movements. Now, according to Dennis Robothon, president of St. Catherine Chamber of Commerce and Industry, speak on the gravity of the situation in the old capital. He said there is a general fallout in business. The curfew and disruptions have left operators counting losses, while members of business community look to security forces for urgent intervention. This is the thing, when police do these extrajudicial killings, they neglect the impact it will have on the communities, and now everyone is left to pick up the pieces, basically, right? Because right now Spanish Town resembles a ghost town, right? Because regular customers fear for their lives and employees are staying away to protect their life, right? Now, Dennis described the setbacks, the interception jeopardize the livelihoods of countless workers and entrepreneurs. Now, another thing that is also happening is another disruption, rather, is the courthouse. The court administration division suspended all court matters scheduled at Spanish Town and Old Harbour courts. Now, the decision followed the declaration of a state of emergency in St. Catherine South aimed at containing the violence. So what we have also seen is that the Ministry of Education also closed multiple schools, including St. Jago High, Homestead Primary, Eltham High, and St. Catherine High. Parents and guardians are making their children's safety a top priority. However, new reports suggest that the ministry announced that schools may reopen for face-to-face classes on Friday, pending security assessment. So basically, the principals are advised to partner with the local law enforcement and parents to ensure the safety of the students and the staff. And meanwhile, the Jamaica Constabulary Force pledged to robust security presence, to facilitate the gradual return to normalcy. So they want to go back to normal, even though, this situation is happening. Kids can go back to school, business can reopen, and, security forces remain on the ground to keep things in check. Another thing that has also happened, and I'm sure this one is no surprise, and that is the violence has resulted in the direct confrontation between residents and law enforcement, residents and the police. We have, any time a done dead or any situation like this happen, we always see residents always confront the police. So during an operation to apprehend a wanted man, tensions flared up, leading to damaged police vehicles and widespread chaos all over in Spanish Town and St. Catherine, right? Now, it just shows you that the police are going to always face challenges when they operate like this, if they go about things the right way, then you notice the community or the residents are so all right, then so and so and so them handle things properly. So we don't really have nothing to say. But when them just deal with you like dog in a street and there's no information really about the confrontation or anything like that, then you find residents get truly and really upset. You see me? Because residents know what the man them do in the community, whether them do good or whether them do bad. If police confrontation is carried out by the books, then you realize residents do not protest, them don't block roads, them don't lash out against the police. But when police do cold blood killing, then you realize residents get extremely upset, and rightfully so, right? Because guess what, we must always try to follow the books. But again, police, the government, again, as I like to say, the government give the police permission to operate how you see the police have been operating. Because if it was a problem or an issue to the government about how the police is operating, then the government would have put a stop to it and put measures or policy in place, right? I just hope that Spanish Town can come back to some normalcy after this curfew and road changes and road close and school close and businesses being damaged and the community being brought to its knees, right? I just hope that things can eventually go back to normal. I want to share a video with you that was taken in the early stages of when Thickman was killed, and also the confrontation between the police and residents in the community. Alright, so that was the video for today. Remember, like, subscribe, and share the video. And stay tuned as we continue to follow this developing story and keep you informed. And, the steps that you have to take and, everything going back to normal in Spanish Town or in ReggaeMedia. We keep you informed.